welcome host of Nite Brite, Sterl and Thrill.
Hey, everybody, hello.
What's up?
No applause necessary. This is the no applause necessary night show. It's good. No applause. All right, that's all right. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. Give it up for Big Mike for the intro. Thank you, Big Mike, on the intro. Thank you so much, MonaLisa Musiq, for playing our like little laid back, little nice little jams for the night. I love it. I got the beard so I don't look total hitman from that video game because I'm glad y'all got the video game reference. That's cool. Hey, so listen, we got a big weekend coming up. All right, big weekend this weekend, 2 holidays. It's actually Juneteenth on Saturday, Juneteenth, and I am going to celebrate Juneteenth. I'm actually celebrating this year by keeping my cracker mouth shut. That's what I'm gonna do, white people. We're gonna be quiet for a while. We're gonna let some other folk talk. We're not gonna talk. But the weird thing is, you know how bad the internet is. I can already see like the racist people on Juneteenth. They're gonna be like, July 4th matters. If you don't worry about it. If you see that this week, don't worry about it this weekend. If somebody's like July 4th matters, just say, listen, June 19th is when everybody was liberated, and we're going to celebrate it because all freedom matters. All freedom matters. That's right. Yeah. No claps, but some mm-hms. I like some freedom matters. That's it. All right, man. Juneteenth is this weekend, which is really good to celebrate everyone, every American being free. Also, a good holiday this weekend is Father's Day. Father's Day is this weekend. Really good. Father's Day, or as my father liked to call it, dang, those DNA tests are accurate day. I'm just playing. Does anybody know my father? Anybody know, like, for real? Does anybody know him? Like, does anybody know who that is? I have no idea. Seriously though, my dad, you know, I'm just joking. My dad had superpowers. He was the Invisible Man. So,
oh Lord.
Hey, enough of that. Look, did y'all see? I'll do some news jokes. Did y'all see that in IKEA, I'm sorry, in France, an IKEA in France was fined 1 million euros for spying on its employees?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, when Mark Zuckerberg heard about it, he was like, oh, And Zuckerberg's eyes said, which we're pretty sure is Morse code for help. I'm a tiny being that's been locked in this flesh cage. Can you help? All right. Myself epilepsy for your amusement, you guys. Thank you. Thanks so much. Hey, in weather news, the second named hurricane this year is actually called Bill. Yeah. I can see the Weather Channel original movie now. Hurricane Bill, it's time to pay. Now, most hurricanes go to Florida, but this one might actually touch down like North Carolina or Virginia or something. So the real reason that this bill's not getting paid is because it was sent to the wrong address. Really. No. They're supposed to go to Florida first. Now, and Virginia ain't ready for a storm, so Virginia got to make a payment arrangement. They're like, okay, Bill, is there any way you can not touch down till Thursday? We're going to have the National Guard's going to hit the account on Wednesday night. If y'all could not touch down till Thursday. All right, you guys. I like Mike with the late laugh. Mike's like, all right, I'm gonna give you a tuck on this one. Hey, all right, man. So let's see. In honor of the Father's Day, the last joke that we'll do tonight on the monologue is a dad joke. Let's just try to do a dad joke. Here we go. A banned U.S. Olympian blames her positive steroid test on a pork burrito. Yeah. Said the pork was tainted and it caused her to have a false positive steroid test. Dude, she was livid. Like when she got steroid banned for having a pork burrito, she went from roid rage to hog wild. Oh my God. Hey, I said it was a dad joke, all right? It's a lot better than my dad's joke. My dad's joke was like, hey, look over there. Give it up for MonaLisa Musiq, everybody. Give it up for MonaLisa Musiq.
I want you to return to love. Bill, I don't have no money for you, for you. I want you to return to sender. That's what my daddy told my mama. That's what my daddy told my mama. You gon' make me hog wild if you don't come and claim your child. I know where you live at. That's what my mama said. I know where to fit at. That's what my papa said. I'm gonna hide behind the mountain until those child support checks don't come in. I'm not gonna send it back to Bill. But don't give me no wind blow. Don't give me no wind chill. Ain't got time for the raindrops. We just got outside. Don't make us go back. But for real, don't make us go back.
MonaLisa Musiq, everybody.
Woo!
I hope you guys can enjoy that. MonaLisa Musiq, listen, every week comes up with these singles. I give her barely any. I give her like no anything up front, like barely anything. And she's just like, here's an immaculate song for you. Here's a fantastic song. MonaLisa Musiq. Give it up for Big Mike for the intro. Big Mike.
Woo!
Thank y'all very much, man. Thank y'all very much. I can't thank the talented people I have here enough. It's like super fantastic. It's really cool. All right, you guys. Something else. Last week I wasn't super happy with my monologue because I'd written it, but then I forgot to go over it before I did my show. So I made sure to go over my monologue. I wrote it out. I put it up so I can read it, you know. And instead, I didn't go over this bit right here that I'm about to do. So we're gonna get through. We're gonna get through this bit right here. So listen, you guys, y'all know me. You know I'm a huge Marvel fan. Oh, real quick, I got ADD. I'm gonna bounce back. If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure to interact on Facebook. Nikki is gonna check on this stuff. Real quick, round of applause for Nikki behind the scenes. I'll give it up for Nick behind the scenes. Nikki is doing it. But I just volunteered her. She's gonna look on the Facebook live stream. If everybody has comments or questions, you can be a part of the show. Gabe Baker is going to be here today. Gabe is here. It's fantastic. Great musician, actually. You might just know him from his reality TV, but he's actually a phenomenal musician. So he'll be here later to perform his new single, which is really cool. So yeah, make sure if you have a question for Gabe or for me or Mike or our surprise guest, you can put it in the comments if you like. Yeah, there you go. I said that part. That's the announcement part of the show. Here we go, you guys, for this next little thing. You guys, if you know me, you know that I'm a huge Marvel fan. I love everything Marvel Cinematic Universe is really cool. I love the new shows. Loki was dope. The first episode. Can't wait to see the next episode. I really like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's super cool. I like what happens in there, except I have one slight problem with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I love Anthony Mackie, and I love the MCU, and I love the new Captain America, but I'm gonna have to hate on it, which brings us to a segment that we like to call this.
Friendly fire.
Hey, it's time for Friendly Fire. No applause needed. And all right, you guys, this is it. What Friendly Fire is, I just hate on something I really like, okay? So I really like the new Captain America. Look at him. This is the new Captain America, you guys. Woo! Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really cool. We have a new Black Captain America, which that's the main story here, right? That's the cool thing. We have a new Captain America. It's not just another white dude like myself. Well, I mean, I'm missing something the other Caps have, but it's not just another white dude, right? So we love that. Only problem I have with this is what is up with this right here? Like, where's the rest of his costume? Like, look at his costume. He ain't got nothing at all right here. Like, look at these other caps. You see these dudes? These are the first two Captain Americas. Full head protection. They got full head protection. Anthony Mackie got nothing. These brothers, full head protection. This dude right here, he got a jetpack and no helmet, bro. He got nothing on him. And just a side note real quick, this is the first cap, this is the second cap. It looked like somebody just took this and like squished it down to it. Like, good. And they went this, and then got rid of the entire helmet. This, listen, you see how it goes white up around the sides and you got the brown poking out? If you have a white dog and you see this right here, you need to get him outside right now. Okay, that is not, he ain't gonna make the carpet, bro. I'm just saying, this is the first black cap. He looks like the first E-Sig. Like, look at the, you see the resemblance on the costume? On the costume. Why does he look like that? Also, if you follow along the Marvel stuff, you'll also notice that this costume is made by the Wakandans. The Wakandans made this costume. So check it out. The Wakandans also made these costumes. You see these costumes right here? These are really cool costumes. Look, full head protection. Full head protection. And this costume actually absorbs power. So if you shoot it, Black Panther turns into like Prince in the 80s. That's what this purple is. He turns in, right? If you shoot this costume, he turns into Abe Lincoln at the theater.
Oh.
Too soon, I guess, too soon. Also, real quick, Anthony Mackie, what's up with these little shop glasses, bro? Like, why Anthony Mackie look like this? Like, what are you doing here? Like, these two dudes, their job is to be Captain America. That's their job, to be Captain America. This brother right here look like he got a part-time at Meineke. Okay, you guys, Ultron is back. We need to attack it right now. Okay, brother. Yeah, just let me change out this alternator real quick. And then I gotta top off these fluids. I'll be right there. I gotta top off these fluids. And Anthony Mackie knows about top off because they never gave his brother a helmet. And that's all I got for this week's
Friendly fire.
Yeah. For real though, why didn't they give him a helmet? My man does look like he's like a 40-year-old in shop class. Like, why does he got that costume? I love everything else about the costume, like from the neck down. Just like me, I love my costume, neck down. I love it. Everything's great, but like, man. All right, you guys. Hey, well, it has come to that fun time. We are going to talk to a really fun guy right here. I met this guy in Starbucks, actually. He's not the surprise guest we were gonna have, but Tiger King was busy. So we've got a really special guy. I would like you guys to meet my new homie, Douglas Thompson, everybody.
Oh my God, he's talking about me. Hi, this is so amazing. I'm just so excited to be here. Oh, can people see me right now?
Oh man, Douglas, how are you, bro?
I'm so good. How are you? You look so handsome today.
I was hoping you'd say that, bro. You kind of look like Bob Ross on Red Bull, bro.
Are you making fun of me?
No.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't do that. Hey, man, so Douglas, where you from, man?
I'm from Minnetonka, Minnesota.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I live in South Carolina now. I don't mean to mislead you or dissuade you from the truth. We just met at Starbucks.
Hey, man, what was you tried to buy my drink, didn't you?
I did, but really, I was confused because the name was really strange on the cup, and I think, Starbucks has problems with spelling, and I thought your name was Cheryl. I'm sorry.
Mike's been calling me Cheryl for years, so it's totally all right.
I don't understand. I'm really happy to be here today.
Oh, man, Doug, everything makes you happy, doesn't it?
A lot of things make me happy. I got my cats, and my mama's the best friend in the world, and I also got a whole lot of time to just, enjoy myself. I got my favorite foods, and I got my favorite Tonka truck that I like to play with. I've been building it for 5 years.
Wow. Normally Tonka trucks are already built when you get them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm sure you have a fantastic Tonka truck. What's your Tonka truck's name?
You don't name a Tonka, it's a toy. I'm so confused.
Please forgive me.
This sounded like a lot of fun, but I feel like you might just be here to make fun of me, mister.
I don't know if you've seen the rest of the show, but
I don't like being teased, okay?
I would never, ever, ever want to tease you. You're my new furry friend.
I like being a furry. I got a hankering real quick. I gotta get me something to eat. If you just give me one moment, I'm gonna be. Does someone turn his camera? He turned his camera off. How do you turn his camera off? What happened?
What do they say on the chat? What's people saying on the chat? You there, buddy?
Did I break it?
Yeah, I think you might have broke it. You okay?
I was just getting me a snack.
Oh man, yeah, I like mayonnaise, because I'm white.
It's my favorite.
Oh no.
No.
You want some?
Hey, can I ask you a question? Why does your mayonnaise look brown?
It's been sitting out here for a little while, but it's still fresh and tasty. If you leave it out for 15 to 20 minutes in the sun, it gets a little bit of extra tanginess to it.
Oh.
Wow. All right. Well, look, hey, did you want to show me anything else, my friend?
Do you want to see anything else?
Oh,
all right. Y'all get up for Douglas Thompson, everybody.
Thank you so much. You guys are my new best friends.
Oh my gosh. All right. Y'all give it up for Douglas Thompson, everybody. We love it. Oh man, that was awesome. Hey, I don't know if anybody was ready for that. Camera back on, your camera back on. I don't know if anybody was ready for that. All right, so listen, I meet all kind of friends. If you're a cool person, you might make it on the show too. I don't know, you might make it on the show. Y'all give it up for Douglas Thompson. He was outstanding. He was I love how much he enjoyed his brown mayonnaise. It was really, really, really good. I'm not gonna ask how his mayonnaise turned brown. Hey, but I tell you what though, we are gonna have our guest tonight. I'm so excited to bring our guest up in just a moment. Dude, Gabe is such a cool guy. We're gonna talk to Gabe Baker here in just a little bit, but first, here's a word from our fake sponsors.
Delta. Oh yeah, we're expensive again. Tacos. Try us on days.
Try us on Wednesdays. Love it. What's the next sponsor?
Bright Entertainment. Virtual engagement for remote teams. And by Dollar General, we've got every tie your dad doesn't want. Thank you. Those are our sponsors.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike and Nikki, for the sponsor. Look, man, when you do a good show, like how many people are watching live on the live stream? What does it say?
I don't know. 10.
When you got 10 people on Facebook, bro, like you get high-end sponsors. Okay, this is the high-end sponsors you get when you have that. Oh man, you know what? Oh, I just realized I forgot something because I got all the ADDs. Okay, so I had this really cool graphic for my guest who's coming today. You're just gonna have to pretend it's right here. You're gonna have to pretend it's gonna look cool. Next week we got Joe Byers. He's a comic. He's created the Hot Breath podcast turned into the Hot Breathiverse, and I will replace some of his time with Gabe's graphic that I made right here. I will replace some of his time with it. All right, next week we got Gabe. We got Joe Byers next week, but this week, right now, I'm so excited to introduce this next guest of ours, this next gentleman, Gabe Baker. I've met a couple times. He's a really fun, awesome guy. I saw him perform at a virtual Christmas party thing. He did such a fantastic job. You might know him from The Bachelor, Listen to Your Heart. You might know him from his time playing college ball. You might know him from his brand new single, Upside Down, which was just released a couple months ago on anything that has music. You can get it on Apple, Spotify, Uncle Willie. You know, he got the, you know what I'm saying? He got the record. And I think Douglas has a copy of it. But anyway, I would like y'all to give it up for tonight's guest. Please help me welcome Mr. Gabe Baker, everybody.
Woo! All right.
Thank you guys for having me. This is, as Sterling mentioned, this is my latest single I released at the beginning of April. There's also a really fun music video out if you want to check that out on YouTube and whatnot. So here is my trusty old cello. So if you guys enjoy this song, this is called Upside Down. And I apologize if you could hear my roommates in the main room. They're watching a movie.
Hey, main room roommates, we appreciate your support.
I know,
just main room roommates, we love it.
Little cameo. Thank you, y'all. I've been flipped upside down. I ain't going out, I'm hanging around. 'Cause I've been let down, stepped on and looked over. Nothing and no one's ever gonna shut me down. No, I may be upside down, but I'm coming back around. So I've been tumbling around my life lately. This roller coaster ride makes me sick. Up and down, twist and turn. Some days it seems it'll never end. But best believe I ain't ever gonna quit. 'Cause I've been flipped upside down. And I ain't going out, I'm hanging around. 'Cause I've been let down, stepped on and looked over. But nothing and no one's ever gonna shut me down. No, I may be upside down, but I'm coming back around. So life may really got you off track. Everything around seems so bleak. Well, hold on tight, the change is coming. Dawn comes through your darkest night. You'll be better off, just don't ever quit. Oh, 'cause I've been flipped upside down. And I ain't going out, I'm hanging around. 'Cause I've been let down, stepped on and looked over. But nothing, no one's ever gonna shut me down. No, I may be upside down, but I'm coming back around. I'm singing, ooh, 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 ooh. We're singing, ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, I'm flipped upside down, but I'm coming back around. I'm flipped upside down, but I'm coming back around. Hey, I'm flipped upside down, but I'm coming back around. I'm flipped upside down, but I'm coming. Back around.
Woo! Gabe Baker, everybody! Let's stand up for it. There we go. Hey!
Hey, let's go.
Gabe Baker, everybody. Oh,
Fun
man,
little
that
tune
was
there, huh?
incredible.
Yeah. Thank you.
Man, that was absolutely incredible, man. Gabe, dude, wow. What were you in college? You played what, tight end?
I was a defensive back. I was a
That's what I
safety.
said. Defense. I
Yes,
know
sir.
sports.
Basically, yeah, the same thing, right?
When you were a defensive back, man, did you
Yes,
ever
sir.
think you're going to be making your kicks, killing it with this nice, sweet voice of yours?
You know, at the time, I didn't envision myself moving to Nashville and like pursuing music full time. Yeah, it's, you know, I think this is just a little healthier route for my brain. You know, that's how I think about it.
Bro, let me tell you what, I love your voice. Like, if I could marry just a voice, I'd be like, hey, let me. It's just,
I'm honored. I'll take that. There you go.
It's a great voice, man, and I love that. Hold on, I'm trying to do this thing. I need a director. I need someone who can do the cameras, so I'm not like trying to look at the cameras or whatever.
It looks good for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but Gabe, man, I really really impressed with it. And I'm impressed with your Zoom setup too. It sounds really good over over the internet. So it sounds really good.
You know, COVID made you kind of force you to get good at virtual stuff. So it's panned out pretty decently for me. Thank you. Glad it's worked out.
Awesome, man. Hey, well, tell us about Upside Down, the song we just heard. What's that about? Did it start right side up, or like how'd that go?
That's a good point. You know, I think the song started upside down, and that's what kind of gave that's where it came from for sure. I wrote it actually before COVID came into play across the world. As you mentioned, I was on a very unique Bachelor spin-off show, and we shot that at the beginning of 2020, and I just got back to Texas from filming the show, and man, my life felt so different. And I'll say some hard stuff that came right before the show. My mom actually passed away at the end of 2019 from cancer. And then my brother left and was disconnected from that and other things he was dealing with. And so I went on the show and I came back and I was like, yo, my life is completely just like not what I thought it'd be like in so many different ways. And so I just sat down and really super randomly was like, man, I really want to write a cello song. Started picking around and that came out. And just the premise of it spoke really simply and really straightforward to just how I felt in my life. And that's kind of how songwriting kind of just flows. You guys got to be honest with where you're at. And yeah, and then the pandemic came into full swing. So just add another layer of upside downness. And there you go. And grateful just to have that song where it's at and for everyone to have a chance to listen to it. Bro,
it sounds incredible, man. It sounds
Thanks,
really
bro.
Good. Sorry to hear about your mom passing.
Yeah,
my mom passed a few years ago, and bro, I'm not a fun person to be around a lot of times, actually. So,
yeah,
I get a little sad about that. Still to this day. So, so yeah, man, just the upside down. I think every person that's alive can relate to feeling like their world's upside down, especially within this past year, man. So, not to keep things heavy, but
no problem.
If we were to switch it up, what do you think is the number one question that you get asked? When you meet people and people meet you, what do you think is the number one thing that you get asked? Oh yeah.
As of late, if people know I was on the show, they'll ask me, "What is it like to be on a Bachelor show?" And MonaLisa, you answered correctly pre-show. It was related to listen to your heart, and using that cliche, "Do you listen to your heart?" is I think it is at the top of the list, if you will. But yeah, definitely people always seem to ask if people do know about the show, me being on it. It's like, hey, what was it like being on a Bachelor show? And then I give depending on how much time I have and how much energy I have to explain it, I'll give whatever extent of answer to that question.
Do you you're a better person than I am, because if I was ever on any kind of Bachelor show, I promise you that I would just make up everything. I would just be like, oh yeah, I don't know what I'd do, but I would just totally lie about every little part of it, So
that's one tactic. That's one way to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So what's that like? Are you always kind of like in that fandom then? Because I know a lot of people love The Bachelor. Are you always kind of like a part of that history now, no matter? Like, there'll always be a little segment of that, or do you have Are you like, no, I'm this artist over here. You guys listen to Upside Down, or is there any kind of breakaway from that, or?
Yeah, I think there's some connection, but I think there is still some separation between the two. I will say I definitely had my identity of myself and all the things that I was doing and working on pre-show and beyond the show. But I can't live down me being a part of the very deeply seated Bachelor Nation world now, which I'm not ashamed of to be a part of that. But yeah, so it's kind of one of those things like, yeah, I definitely can't live it down now. But I also am grateful to have me, aside from that as a musician, just a person that loves God, that loves people, that loves creating, that loves, just doing what I do.
Oh man, that's incredible. I love that you brought up God. I want to know your full theology right now.
That is a beautiful challenge. I can't give that to you now, but I will say, I'm going to have to, it's making me think, like, hey, if I had 30 seconds to share my full theology, what would I say?
What would it be? No, man, I love it too, man. I'm a believer, and I love, it's a weird thing to navigate sometimes, because like my thing about being a believer, and if you're in any kind of public thing, is like I never want to make someone feel like I'm judging them for anything they're experiencing or going through with their life, however they're living their life. I'm not trying to judge anybody. That's not my job, but I almost feel judged sometimes if it comes out you're a believer. It's like a prejudgment. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's real.
So I don't know if that brought us another discussion then for my ADD brain. Have you had any kind of like spiritual stuff that comes up then, either from the show or just from people knowing that you work in different ministries and help people out? Like, you had anything like that that's come up?
No, absolutely. So I've my parents were in the full-time ministry. I'm a preacher's kid. And so, it's been in my life and a part of my life for forever. And I would say like being a part of a Bachelor show that, frankly isn't so covered in Christian spirituality. But it's just it's one of those things that you got to be yourself wherever you're at and whatever you represent. And I think that's the goal. Definitely being someone who follows the teachings of Jesus and really wants to live out the love and living in the truth. It's about living in that to its genuine expression as best as you can, not perfectly, but as best as you can. And definitely I have conversations with people all the time about spirituality, and I enjoy having that because a lot of it's all about listening, sharing from your heart where you're at, but more listening where someone's coming from and trying to meet them where they're at. And if they don't subscribe to the values of this biblical scriptures or Christianity, I don't try to hold them accountable or really trying to speak any kind of thing to them if they don't subscribe to it, but always there to spread love and do everything in love. And that's always the objective when it comes to sharing life with someone who's a believer, a non-believer, whatever they're at.
There's a different someone's not a believer, I usually just stab them, just like real quick. You believe now? You know what I mean? Just give them that opportunity.
That is one approach. That is one approach. You'll get some responses for sure.
I love how difficult the questions could get, and then Big Mike is sitting over there like he's like, this is exhilarating to me right now. Hey Mike, are you awake right now, Mike? Mike said
he's there.
I'm up. Hey, well, I do have a question for me and Mike. So Mike and I have to go through our lives, and I think you experienced this being on the Bachelor show, being a fit, strapping young man. Gabe, what advice do you have for me and Mike on how we can just be, heartthrobs and, modern day? Why did you laugh so hard at that? Why is my wife laughing so hard at that? Like, it's just hard. We have to just fend off all the people. Mike's like doing this.
I see you, Mike. Yeah, I see you, Mike. There you go. The modern day heartthrob. That's a very subjective term. I'll say that everyone is beautiful with who they are. And so you're the heartthrob in your own eyes, and you own that. And it's actually so true. I think there's like a very false facade of like this perception of what beauty is and like where your confidence should come from. You know what I'm saying? So that's my very broad answer.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one other thing, Gabe. I'll tell you this real quick thing, if you don't mind. Mm-hmm. Can I sell your phone number? And then I'll give you a cut. of the sale?
Oh man, I've never been asked that. You're the first person to ever ask that. So, let's talk offline. Let's figure something out.
We'll figure out a price. I love it. Okay, what was the next thing? I think the last thing we like to ask is if anybody has a question on Facebook. If anybody typed a question, I always forget that one. I'm not. Y'all didn't get a professional night show host, okay? Y'all didn't pay nothing to be here, all right? Y'all paid for free.
You're crushing it, bro. You're crushing it, Sterling.
If anybody has a question on the live, you can ask it. Other than that, Gabe, do you have anything coming up? You got an upcoming show? You got another single that's dropping? Anything that we can be on the lookout for?
Yeah, so I should have it, definitely a few songs out before the year's over. My goal is to have my next song out within the next month or so. I'm not rushing it. Want to have it done as soon as possible. I mean, just when it's right, So, but follow me on the social media, Instagram. You'll definitely be able to see any updates. But if you're in Nashville, I play shows all the time. Definitely at least a couple every week. So feel free to come through and say hello. I'm definitely working to book shows outside of Nashville, especially. I'm from Texas, so hopefully booking some shows in Texas throughout this fall and all around wherever people want me to play. So y'all stay tuned. Yeah, just follow me on social media and you'll definitely see
what is that social media, because this is the graphic that I have for you.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's great. That's right. Right.
What is that social media?
The social media is at the Gabe Baker. That's TheGabeBaker. And if you can follow, I have my website, gabebaker.com as well, which you can go there and find a bunch of stuff, a myriad of things. So.
Awesome, man. Hey, Gabe, listen, I can't thank you enough for being here. I didn't know he was going to get into something heavier, but I love your spirit, man. I love that I love your music. I love that. I don't know. You seem so positive and talented. I'm like, what's going on? Something missing. You have people chopped up in your trunk right now. No, Gabe, don't even lie.
That's right. I'd be the best criminal. I always tell people that. I'm okay with that.
I love it. Y'all heard it here, folks. Gabe, the best criminal.
Oh,
all right,
gosh.
So listen, last thing. Thank you so much, Gabe, for being here. You guys share the video. Last question going to go to Big Mike. Big Mike, my question for you is, what did you learn tonight?
Oh, Lord.
I have ADHD, you know that.
Hey. All right. Thank you so much.
So, Gabe, you played football?
Yes, sir, I did. Yep.
What did you play on the defense side or offense?
Yeah, I was a DB. I played on defense. Yep.
So when a 300-pound guard come right next to you, what did you do? Did you take him on?
I tried. I definitely wouldn't take him on. It depends on what situation I'm in. If there's no way around it, I got to do what I can. But if there's time and space, I'm trying to move around him.
Did you juke him or make him flip
That's the
over?
goal for sure. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
Big Mike is also our other college football player. Give it up for Big
There you go. Let's go, Mike. I love it, bro.
Oh,
solidarity.
Me and MonaLisa play rugby, actually. That's our jam. We play rugby. MonaLisa?
Yes.
She said, I don't know what rugby is. I love it. She said, you too brown for rugby. Hey, MonaLisa, go ahead and say the line.
Yeah, I'm not white enough.
Bam! I love it. All right, you guys. Thanks to Gabe Baker. Thanks to Big Mike. Thanks to my homie. Douglas. Give it up for Douglas. But before we go, let's hear it. Let's hear our show one more time from the ears of and the keys of Miss MonaLisa Musiq, everybody.
My dad would have been so happy if I had just lied and said, yeah, I play rugby because I wasn't good at any sport at all. This is my only thing here. So I'll tell you what I learned today about all the people that were here. First of all, I learned it's not very smart to leave mayonnaise outside. I learned mayonnaise can't be that good if it's not pure wine. I learned it's okay to not be ashamed of all you love and all you see and all you mean to be, especially when the loved one's near thee. So I learned that I'm just not quite enough to know how to play sports like rugby and croquet. I learned I'm not quite black enough, all the football talk went over my head. I can say that I guess I'm just too girly to understand why things have to be turned upside down. I like things right side up. I learned I'm not quite young enough to make it on a Bachelor show. I learned I'm not quite young enough to make it on the road. I'll stick to playing in smoky bars. I'll stick to playing for offerings from the Lord. Wait, I charge the church too. See? I learned that you can recreate yourself. I learned you don't need no one's help. I learned that family's the most important thing. Nite Brite family, Nite Brite family. Hope to see you next week.
Woo!
Woo!
MonaLisa Musiq. Give it up for Big Mike.
Woo!
Give it up for Douglas Thompson. Give it up for my white self. Wow. Give it up for Nikki, everybody. All right, you guys can turn your mics on. Give it up for our studio audience. You guys, we had a studio audience.
Yeah.
I thank you guys so much. And last but not least, thank you to our celebrity guest tonight. Give it up for Gabe Baker, everybody. Thank you, Gabe Baker.
Woo!
Gabe, you did such a great job, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So much. I'm trying to stop this other
Thank
camera
you.
so it looks good. There's 4. I can't do it. Can you stop that camera? 4 boxes. All right, there we go, Gabe. Yay, Gabe. All right, guys. Next week we got Joe Byers, comedians, really funny. He's created the Hot Breath universe and all that good stuff. Thank you so much to all my people. We love you. I should come up with a tagline, an outline. I don't have one. Just know that you are loved. Thanks, fam. Thank you guys so much. Have a great one. Share this video.